Sumayah Dabbag to open the inaugural lecture of the Open Series, Semester 2. Sumayah Dabbag is the founder of Dabbag Architects. She's a multi-award-winning Saudi architect educated in the UK, in Bath, I think it is, isn't it? Bath University, with diverse experience in architecture and interior design spanning over 25 years. Following an education at Bath University under the guidance of the late Peter Smithson and Sir Ted Hatfield, Dabbag began her career in London and Paris in the 90s. Her return to the Gulf region was part of a quest to gain a deeper understanding of her own identity, a unique mix of influences and sensitivity towards both Western and Middle Eastern cultures. In 2008, Sumayah founded Dabbag Architects, which is one of the first 10 RIBA chartered practices in the Gulf region. Her practice has since completed a range of projects in diverse sectors, such as commercial offices, retail, residential, educational, as well as cultural projects. The multi-award-winning Melia Architectural Centre building has been globally recognized as a significant example of a new emerging approach to architecture in the UAE. Her practice has since completed the design of Al Ain Museum, a recent addition to her renowned portfolio of sensitive contextual designs. Throughout her work in architecture and design in the Gulf region, Dabbag's quest to bridge the cultural and gender gaps continues. Dabbag has participated in a number of conferences to share her design philosophy and approach. She was an instrumental part of the team to set up the RIBA Gulf chapter in 2009 and is passionate about bringing more awareness to the region on the value of good design. She served as the chair of the RIBA Gulf chapter from 2015 to 2019. In November 2019, her contributions to date was recognized internationally when she received the Principal of the Year Award at the Middle East Architects Awards and became a finalist at the Tamaraz Award for Women of Outstanding Achievements. So can we just give her a round of applause? We're very lucky to have her here today. I think it's wonderful that we have her opening this lecture series when she's just had these awards. So exciting.
Thank you very much, Mary Jane, and thank you all for being here. We've been talking over the last 2 years that we met each other, and she's been trying to get me here, and it's just been too busy. So I'm really happy that I finally made it. Yeah, I wanted to share with you really two of the projects that we worked.
So we did, not complaints, just like we started to realize that when you go underground, it's really expensive. So was it like in your client's brief that they wanted to go underground, or did you propose it, and why did you propose it?
Go back to the screen. The program that we were given was quite big, and if we were to put it on ground level, it would create a huge block, a huge mass above ground. So all of this would be above ground, and it would just create a huge block in this part. And we just felt it was. So yeah, it would fill up this whole block, and we just felt that it would be a shame to do that and to miss the opportunity of really connecting the site with the oasis. The oasis is the reason, the livelihood of the whole city of LA, and it's the reason why the fort was built. And so we really wanted to keep that, and by doing that, we created quite interesting. Here this is a kind of a mini courtyard which mirrors this courtyard. We have steps and ramps and quite interesting public space. That here this is slightly raised above the galleries because we needed taller space inside. So we have ramps and steps up. And you just get a fantastic kind of public open spaces that way. So it was a choice, really. It was not mandated, and we convinced the client. We were able to set up. We were able to be within the budget that they had. So it was approved.
Can I ask a question about, is there any sort of resonance with that Smithson's matrix kind of matte buildings? I don't know if there's anything that kind of resonates in that. Or is that a bit of a, I mean, I'm just kind of thinking that's quite interesting.
Not directly, but I think it's really just kind of that there's an approach to that kind of modernism, the contextual modernism that I grew up with.
Did it put any extra requirement for ventilation and particularly taking the entire volume down? You were saving on maybe a lot of people.
Yes.
But in terms of ventilation, being a museum space,
Yeah,
requires a certain air quality.
We have the spaces that require natural light and ventilation are, a lot of them are around this courtyard. We have also another area here. A lot of this really mechanical ventilation. I mean, this is what they preferred. This is kind of back of house, little workshops.
So a lot of these are working spaces. I think, for 8 to 10 hours a day.
Here, really, mainly here. We have some daylight, indirect daylight coming here, but also we have some actually skylights above here. The rest, the galleries need to have controlled light, and this wall, also needs to have no lighting here as well. So yeah, it worked quite well.
Any more questions?
We've been showing the students earlier in the year some briefs from real projects, and I was wondering if you remember from these, apart from all the areas and things, what was the kind of written part of the brief that the client was specifically asking for things, or was it part of an NEP, or did they really say, here's what we're looking to achieve with this building?
Good question. Very different answer for each project. I mean, how we really help the client put together a brief, and they knew what they wanted to have a visitor centre and exhibit, had an area of exhibition space, and we put together the other requirements that would come in. And that program was quite small. Here is a very different story. We had a quite big brief document. We have a lot of people involved. We've got the operations team who operate the galleries, because the client here is the Department of Culture and Tourism, who are responsible for museums, and so they're responsible for delivering the museum. So their operations team were very, very specific about what they wanted and what worked and what didn't work, which was really useful. The conservation, the education, so each kind of area of the museum, whether the end user, were provided a brief of what their requirements. So it was quite detailed, but that was, and then we went through it and we went through the areas and we did a kind of study of what needs to be what and then got everybody to sign that off. But it was quite a challenging brief, because almost you had sort of competing requirements in some cases, and so this department wanted something and the other department didn't want it, and so we had to kind of juggle quite a lot to find a solution that would fit. Yes, but also juggle to find solutions that you have to make everybody happy, but something had to go.
Just one quick last one. Based on what you just said, what was the timescale from competitions to design to going on site, just to give the students an idea of how long these things take?
For the Allen Museum, it was 6 summer 2017 that it was a kind of competition design that we submitted in August, I believe. And then we were told that we got it in October, but we didn't actually start until February 18. And we had about a year's design. And then the first package, which is the clearing of the site, started. And then in July, it started May. But it was, for a project like that, government project, the tender was like 6 months, so it's a lot of time. The Leha was a smaller project and more straightforward.
One question, which was, what was it like setting up as sole practitioner as a woman here in the day? I don't mean that.
Right.
Can
Yes,
I just add to the same question, particularly because we are referring to a lot of students here, they are now getting into the REBA. And definitely you are the torchbearer for a lady practitioner. Means the industry is not easy. So if you can share some ideas on that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I came here and worked for a practice here for a number of years, and actually worked on a children's sort of interactive centre in the Creek. I don't know, maybe some of you went there as kids, the Children's City in Dubai, and having gone through that experience, actually it was a competition that I worked on and the practice won it. So I became, I was in my mid-20s and I became the project architect for quite a big project. And the experience that gave me was sort of got me, by the time we finished that project, I thought I want to go off on my own. I have to say, there's people who know me, you do a little bit, that there's a kind of a naive side to me or optimistic, and so I thought I want to start my own practice, go for it, without really knowing, the challenges that could come. But I think, in hindsight, I'm happy because if I had known the challenges, you wouldn't take that first step. So. In a way, I'm pleased that my naivety kind of paid off at the end. But it's a learning curve. I mean, one thing, you're an architect and a designer, but to have a business in architecture and deal with all the other things and build a team, it's a lot of different skills that we're not really taught. I mean, it's a different kind of skill. So it's just learn it on the job, really. You make mistakes, you learn from mistakes. As a woman, part of that, it's just really persistence and perseverance and learning to shout a little bit louder, then. To be heard. Yeah, what else?
How do you keep the heritage on sites that are so diverse or like multicultural, but they don't necessarily have an identity? For example, the highway, you go there, nothing really.
You want to talk about Sheepside Road?
Yeah,
You can't see the foot here on Sheepside Road.
Right. I think you need to kind of look at the site and just look at the potentially what can you take from what's there and what works potentially, what its challenges, what its opportunities, and look at building on opportunities and learning from the challenges. I mean, I think that's kind of a general comment that this is how you just go about starting the project and just seeing what you can build on, what's there that is really special, what moved you actually, at the end of the day, what really moves you in a particular site or space, or and work with that. So yeah, it's that listening, kind of an internal listening to some intuitive clues as well.
Yeah, I think that looking and listening very carefully in the site, because I think when you're a student, you have this big long list of things. They want this, they want this, they want this, they want this. We want. But ultimately, it's very hard to predict. I mean, there's certain things about the site you've got to work out. They're very factual. But what it is that's going to, what is the sensibility that's going to lead you to understanding something that will be of value? And that means you've got to look at it and listen to it, and it takes time. And that's sometimes hard to do because you feel the program is going along and you've got very little time. But I think it really pays off if you can study something. You know, there's nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
rushed.
you need to create time to reflect as you're designing, because there's a lot of information that comes kind of, sort of subconsciously comes up again if you allow it. I think the design process for me is part, analysis and logic, but then part intuition. So you need to find that within yourself as you through. And I think really the most valuable thing that you could get out of the university is really figure out your own design process.
I think that's a really good point to say. Give Sumayah a big hand and say thank you. I hope that you will have some time over the weekend to do some reflection and some work about your